I know I was late with everything today with the pin. I was late with all that stuff, thumbnails, whatever. My bad on that front.
All right, I started it here.
Okay.
Hey, you guys. Happy Saturday morning. Welcome to episode 14. Can you believe it's episode frickin' 14 already of the
Wow.
First and 10 NFL New York Jets podcast? How you doing this morning, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. We were talking before how we were wanted to give a shout out to our guest last week. We had a good time doing that.
Absolutely, Craig. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, very good time. We gotta get more people on. I enjoyed it. It was fun hearing another side of the coin.
Absolutely. And what better than a Pats fan to have
That's
on?
true. And
That's
you know
right.
what? He to his credit, he brought up something that we haven't touched up upon because we're so high on this new coaching staff. We really are, that we forgot 3 years ago we could have had Mike McCarthy and we went the Gase route. And
Yep.
I'm glad he brought that up. I wish we would have talked more about that and spent some time on that. But to his credit, and that's what's nice about having a guest on once in a while and talking.
Absolutely.
About,
Absolutely. Well, I thought we were going to come on this week and have nothing to talk about, but sure enough, we signed Mr. Moses.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a 1-year deal.
Yep.
3.6 million.
Yep.
Incentives could bring it up to 5.3 million.
Yep.
So, that's not bad. Now, here's something interesting about Mr. Morgan Moses. I got to read my chicken scratch, so bear with me.
Go ahead.
He went 6 straight seasons without missing a game.
That's
when
impressive.
You talk about an O-lineman.
That's impressive.
To me, that's pretty impressive. Now,
it sure is.
Maybe because we're Jet fans and we're used to O-linemen missing games. This is the way a normal, good O-line man
That's right.
looks. Who knows?
That's right, man.
But when I hear guys don't miss games, especially at the O-line or D-line position, I'm impressed.
And I mean, I did some reading about it. He finished 2020 with a solid 8.6 overall Pro Football Focus grade.
Wow.
And excelled in run blocking with an 85.6.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he helped their rookie running back rush for 4.7 yards a carry last year.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's something. See, now we're filling the wall. We're putting those bricks in place. Now we're sitting here and we have Tucker and Becton and McGovern and Morgan Moses. And now you could probably live with Fant.
Right.
Now you could live with Fant. And then
or they're talking about Van Roten too.
Either one, but I like Fant a little more. So for my argument, I'll say Fant. But then you got Van Roten off the bench, Dagu off the bench.
You're finally finally getting some depth. Yes.
Yeah, Feeney off the bench. Now you got some guys coming off the bench.
You got it.
Now, when the Morgan Moses story first broke, and it wasn't numbers and anything, I was wondering if what escalated the deal was that the Steelers yesterday, early in the morning or late Thursday night, cut DeCastro, which I was shocked about. I was shocked about because he's been a starter since 2012 for the Steelers. He started as a rookie, 6 Pro Bowls, but then I did a little digging on why the Steelers cut DeCastro. First off, they saved $8 million, which, all right, that's big. And then, but right away, as soon as they cut him, they signed Trey Turner, 1 year, $3 million. And I wanted to see what the difference with the play, like, why did they cut DeCastro? Why didn't they offer him a restructured contract?
Right.
DeCastro is going to have his 3rd ankle surgery. The man might retire. Might retire. He's waiting to see how the surgery plays out. So my question to you is, would you after he has the surgery and if he decides not to retire, would you take a flyer out on him for extra depth? Or you figure
for depth? No, absolutely. Yeah. What the hell? If you can get him at a good price, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? And I mean, that's the thing I'm reading about Moses is, like you were saying, the best qualities, one of his best qualities is his durability.
Yeah.
He hasn't missed a game and has started all 16 games in 7 consecutive seasons.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that's insane. That's
Yeah. That's
insane.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you heard 7, I had 6, but either one is great. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I heard
You know?
I got 7. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's you don't
Crazy.
get that anymore. You don't
No,
get that anymore.
that's Mangold. That's the Brickshaw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's that.
Kevin Mawai. Those are those
That's
guys
that cloth. Yep. That they're cut
yes.
from.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now, it sounds like the hang up was because we were talking about it and I saw it on other blogs. I asked a question on one of the blogs, are we going to sign Morgan Moses? And Jet fans were like, it's funny how Jet fans are. They're so passionate, but no 2 Jet fans I feel are alike. So
no.
Yeah. So I posted a question and 3 of the answers I remember was, since it's taken so long knowing the Jets, they're not getting it done. And I was like, check. Then someone said, in Joe D, we trust. Joe D is not going to jump the gun and throw more money at them. I was like, true, check. And then someone else said, oh God, I lost my train of thought. Was the third one? Oh, wait, I forget. Anyway, those are the 2 that I remember now. I had a third one, but my mind just went poof. But I was surprised, and I was wondering what held up the deal. And it sounded like what was holding up the deal was that he wanted to be here. He wanted a second year. The Jets weren't budging on the second year.
Well, that's kind of that's kind of stupid.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if some way the DeCastro being cut, Morgan said, you know what, let me jump at this 1 year. Let me prove them wrong. Now the incentives bring the contract up to $5.3 million, I think.
Yeah, playing time incentives. Yeah.
So 80% of the plays he plays, which it sounds like he will,
Now, let's hope that Becton gets over the plantar fasciitis there.
Yes.
And we're not using Moses to replace Becton.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I mean, then it's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps backwards.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, we want to plug him in on the right side. We want that full wall.
Yep. Yep.
We'll see how it goes.
Give to Zach what we didn't give to Sammy. So here's something that Becton came out and said. So he is working with a chef. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
I don't know if he hired the chef, if the Jets hired the chef, but he also said that he's doing extra stuff. So he's doing more of walking, more biking, more running, more jogging, more core work. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, lay off the Krispy Kremes.
Yeah. Funny. Were you in my car over the last couple?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wednesday night, I say to my better half, I said, I haven't had a Krispy Kreme in a while.
And no kidding. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And you want to talk about like Big Brother? The next morning, she wakes up and she gets a pass for a message from Krispy Kreme. I don't know how. I'm not tech savvy. Join the app and receive a prize. So she signs up for the app and we get this coupon, 2 dozen Krispy Kremes for $13, Kevin. I know we're going off on a little. I got in the car. So before they take this away,
let's go.
Sure enough, I got 2 dozen donuts yesterday. Krispy Kreme.
Gotta love it.
You gotta love it, man. Yeah.
You gotta love it.
Becton. Yeah, let's hope now the chef, he eats right, little extra activity, and we'll see where that goes.
Interesting thing about Becton, him and Williams, I saw they got selected to around the NFL's all under 25 team.
Very nice.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Becton became one of the best offensive linemen in the league in his rookie year. I mean, even with the injuries being in and out, they're looking at him to really kill it in LaFleur's system.
Yeah.
So
And if he could get that weight down 20, 25 pounds,
Mhm,
it's going to be awesome. It is going to
mhm,
be
mhm.
awesome.
Yep.
So two things, and then we'll get into other things. Did you read Thursday, or were you aware? Because you're a little more Jets. You have a better Jet memory of things. So did you know that Thursday, June 24th, marked the 23rd anniversary of the signing of Vinny Testaverde?
Yes, you know, I wasn't thinking about it, but you're
Uh-huh.
right. You're right.
When I saw that, I was like, wow, 23 years. Where the hell did time go?
Vinny and the Jets.
Yeah, 23 years
Can you
ago.
imagine? Can you imagine? Hey man, I say every weekend, every day, time flies when you're having fun.
Man,
So, but where do the years go? I don't know.
yeah. But to quote the line from the Degeneration punk rock band back in the late 80s, early 90s, 23 years and nothing to show. Yeah,
Oh,
23
uh,
years, man. I remember when we got him.
oh, we got something to show. A heartbreaker in Denver. That's
Yeah,
what we got to show.
I remember the summer going into 99. I think it was the 90. We were the favorites. We were the top of the world. And
Me and my brother were at that first game of the
oh,
99 against the Patriots. We're like, this is it, man. We're going this year. This is our year. This is our year. All of a sudden, man, there you see him laying on the turf, pounding the turf with his hand, and you knew
yeah.
exactly what it was. You knew exactly what it was.
We were at my mom's. It was the opening day, so we always, Sunday football, the whole family, Jet Nation in my mother little apartment, and we watched that game. And from a lively party-like atmosphere, enjoying our macaroni, brajol, meatballs, it just went somber.
Listen, it
And we
was this.
just sat
It was
there.
the same shit. You never heard it so quiet in that stadium.
Wow.
Like it was a party when it started. And
Yeah.
man, when that happened, everything it all came crashing down.
Yeah.
Everybody just sat there like this.
Yeah. And I haven't seen anything like that until last week when the Mets took the Grom out of the game in the third inning. Citi Field was rocking, Kevin. If you didn't know, you just turned it on. You thought it was a playoff atmosphere. He struck out 8 out of the 9 batters. He had a perfect game, untouchable, and then he never came out for the fourth. And you literally saw everybody sitting there like this.
Yeah, the same shit.
That was the second time I ever witnessed it with Testaverde the first time, and then the other time now in DeGrom's case, he's fine. Let's move on. Let's still talk about the Jets. But yeah, I remember that Sunday, Kev. It was like
that was brutal.
Sucker punched. It was like, wow.
I remember going to the stadium that morning. We were so excited, man. Everybody was so pumped up. This was gonna be our year finally. And sure enough, it's the freaking curse.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the freaking curse. There's that curse again.
Yeah, the curse of the Ets.
But what else we got? I see my friend CJ Mosley is very pumped up.
Very pumped up.
Yes, he called it a breath of fresh air.
Wow.
The whole thing is a breath of fresh air. He's happy to be back in the building with his teammates. And the new energy in the locker room's insane, he said, and he's all pumped up.
It's amazing how the Jet brass did not see this after season 1 under Gates.
Even he can't take
it. Yeah, he's pissed, Loki. But I don't understand how. And I understand people are going to say, well, Greg, they won 6 out of the last 9 games, blah, blah, blah. No, you see, a lot of people say those wins were against weaker competition. I'm not talking about, even if they were against the best competition, the energy in the building, how the players were jiving with Gates and the coaching staff, how, this coaching staff, everyone seems to already bought in. Everyone seems to be towing the line. like when Salah comes out, I have it here. I want to, get his quote right. Every Jet is expected at training camp. Every Jet, which means no one's on the PUP list. No one's hurt. No one's not signing their contract. They're all going to be there. When has the last time you seen that?
Can't remember. Can't remember. With nobody holding out, nobody injured, nobody this.
No one's on, no key players, This is freaking amazing.
Well, the last 2 years, it could have been the case because people just didn't want to participate because they couldn't stand that MF. So,
and that's what I'm saying. But and I understand it's a whole new regime now, but this is why sometimes you want to grab Jet brass and bang their heads together. Like you had to see this after season 1. You had to see that there was no life in the building.
Yeah, you would think. I blame Peyton Manning, actually. I blame Peyton Manning and I blame the Johnsons.
Yeah. Because Manning said it's gold?
Yeah.
When did he become a GM?
The hell out of here.
When did he become an owner?
This guy's been screwing us since 1997.
Man.
When he decided to stay in school because he knew Parcells was going to take him at number 1.
Yeah. I don't know if this is the same analogy. It's like being the kid in high school and walking home and enemy number 1 tells you, don't cut through the park because enemy number 2's waiting there. Cut through the garage and you take his advice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would Peyton, and I understand but why would Peyton care? Well, he's not a Jet. He's got no loyalty to the Jets.
If anything, he's done nothing but screw us. Over the years.
Now, if you told me Kevin Mawai said Gase or a Wesley Walker said Gase or a Joe, you take their Jets. They want what's good for the. Why would Peyton Manning want anything good for an organization?
He might have told us that on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, set us back 5 years.
Yeah, right.
In the meantime, forget Gase. He made this Sam Darnold kid look as pathetic. Like no one in Jet Nation seems to be glad that or happy sad that he's not here. Like it's like good riddance, goodbye, out the door. You didn't progress, you didn't grow. And I get all that, but how was he going to grow with a 4th grade coach? That's what Gase was. He was a 4th grade coach.
There's a reason everybody ran from this dude in Miami. There's a reason. There's a reason players couldn't wait to get the hell away from him.
Really? There's a reason why Tannehill is now talked about in the upper echelon.
Mm-hmm. Wait, Sam's going to be that way too. What?
I hope so. And only because of character. The kid had 3 years here, and 2 of those years he could have threw everyone under the bus. And again, this is old hat. Jet Nation doesn't want to hear this. I'm sorry, guys, but it just sickens me that Gase lasted 2 friggin' years.
Shouldn't even have been 1.
Man. Anyway.
It should have been Mike McCarthy and rolling on.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason.
Agree.
Maybe we weren't supposed to have McCarthy. Maybe we were supposed to have Salah.
No, maybe now we're gonna be like the Steelers, and in 10 years, 15, I keep wishful. I know, and I understand people say 1 year at a time. But
your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah, like I'm tired of the revolving quarterback, the revolving coach, the revolving GM.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the other thing I got is Elijah Moore. I hear that he was killing it again. The whole mini camp. They had talked about him being a 1st-round guy. And they got him at 34. So they had him ranked like at 16.
Yeah, and they were pumped that it fell to him. They were pumped that he fell to them.
Yes. Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
Wow.
So that's about all I got.
So I mean, I have some news which is old now, but we didn't get to it last week. But as everyone knows, Crowder signed $5 million deal. Couldn't be happier for that.
You know how much I love that.
Yeah, and the fact that even Wayne Quebec came out and endorsed that, thought it was a good move that Crowder stayed.
Well, yeah, he said
Yep.
Crowder was smart for re-upping.
Yep. What else did I hear? I heard, not to put a damper on the rose-colored glasses that we're viewing our team with now, but I hear the kicking game is very poor. Should we be sweating this? I hear the kicking game is not doing what, but again, practice.
Yeah, but come on, can somebody make a damn extra point in a field goal when it matters?
No, you're right.
It's like that dude last year, Ficken.
Yeah.
Right, Ficken.
Yeah.
Every time the guy lined up for a field goal, I went like this.
But you know what?
Because I said, even if it was a chip shot, I would go like this. I said, he's gonna miss. He's gonna miss. Sure enough, I picked my head up. The goddamn guy missed.
But that was after his injury, because he was pretty, I don't want to use the word lights out, but he was pretty decent before he got the injury. And then when he came back after it, then he started to be like hit and miss.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed when everything was when it was a big kick and it really mattered, he'd always hook it.
It was a good thing. Hey, Kevin, in all honesty, it was pretty good that there wasn't too many big kicks because we weren't in many games.
We were never down in the red zone, so you couldn't really kick.
Is there such? I thought the red zone was a myth.
I mean, no, I'm telling you, every time the goddamn guy lined up for a field goal, I'm like, he's gonna miss.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if it was 15 yards or 50.
Yeah, you sweat it. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I want a damn kicker that's money. I want a damn kicker that's money that you don't even have to worry about it.
No, I agree with you.
The guy lines up and just nails it through the uprights. Why can't we get somebody like that? I mean, holy shit, you have one job to kick the damn ball through the uprights.
Yeah.
Practice it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand.
No, I hear you. So
God, I'm getting ready for a rant.
Go for it. Go for it.
Pisses me off. Anyway, I heard you got a depth chart.
Yes, I do. But real quick before we get to that, two things. And right now it's probably old news, like I said. But I heard you said a couple of weeks ago about the Foles thing. That could be a thing that could happen. The Jets trading from. Did we already discuss that? Did we already touch base?
Yeah.
Okay. But if it does happen, that's not going to be something that doesn't happen until late August, because everyone feels like the Bears are going to cut ties with him. And I'm not going to give the Bears trade capital for Foles. No way.
No, hell with the Bears. Listen, we need somebody. We need a veteran. We need experience. You don't know what's going to happen with Zach.
No.
You know, I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but he could go out and stink it up.
No, you're right.
You know, and you got this talent surrounding him. You got an offensive line now in front of him. If we go 0-2, 0-3, you make a switch?
No. You mean switch to bring in, like, say, if a Foles is here? No, the kid's got to take his lumps. I'm not doing, and whether people think it was successful or not, I'm not doing what Miami did with Tua Tagovailoa. Every time
we were talking about Vinny. I mean, what comes to my mind is Foley.
Mm-hmm.
Us going 0-2. Parcells saying, when you're 0-2, you never know if you're ever going to win another game.
Yeah.
So for some reason, he made that switch to, I don't know. Just a thought.
Listen, I hear you. I just think that if after 2 or 3 games, we're throwing Zach to the bench, then he wasn't the guy for us.
Okay.
You can't pick a guy at number 2 and then.
Well, it's one thing to go 0-2 and be competitive.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you lost 17-14. You lost 21-17.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. But if you're going out and he looks totally overmatched, I don't know. I don't know. If you got somebody like a Foles sitting there, and I mean you get to 0-2, 0-3, do you save your season? I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
I
a
mean,
thought.
well,
Just
yeah,
a thought.
you know what, Kev? You asked me that question today, and I'm like, no, you ride it out with the kid to see if this kid's the real deal. You ask me that question tomorrow, I'm in a different frame of mind. I might say, no, 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 no. We brought in all these pieces, but
That's what I'm saying.
the thing is, if this was a different GM, a different regime, I think they would bring in Foley. The one thing I have to say with Joe D, they're not building for the 1 year wonder. They're building to be a consistent powerhouse team. Teams
Absolutely.
that every year, no matter who's on the field, no matter who's wearing the jersey, because of the GM and because of the coaches, we're in the discussion. You know, take the Patriots, for example. Take the Steelers, for example. No matter who they lose, the GM, the coach, always the same, always in the discussion. And I think this is what Joe D is building. Just to go back to see, this is how we're conditioned as Jet fans. We wanted Moses
for punishment.
Yeah, but here's like we're conditioned. Like as soon as we heard Jets are in talks with Moses, because the past regime threw all the dollars, we were like, oh yeah, he's here. We gave him $50 billion to come here. Now we're not doing that. So whenever we hear we're in discussion with this guy, and then 4 or 5 days go by, we're like, oh, it's never happened. And because we're so used to throwing millions at one dude, thinking one dude is going to solve it, and it's not. He's building the home from the ground floor up, and
I mean, actually, 3.6 million is like a steal.
yeah.
If you can put this guy on the right side of the line, and he keeps you protected, it's like a steal.
Yeah, and
and Zach stays upright.
Yeah, and if listen, when the Jets signed McGovern, I don't know if people forget because it's been so bad, and people want to look at our center. He's the leader on the field. McGovern was the least penalized player at the center position when he came in from Denver. He had one of the highest power rankings. He didn't forget all that. People forget he was injured last year. The team never had a chance to gel because of COVID. He was playing with musical chair offensive linemen. If we get the McGovern we know he is,
and these guys can all stay healthy, and they gain some cohesiveness.
Yes, and having a training camp and having OTAs, and
I mean, you got to give an O-line a chance to gel, you know?
Yeah.
And if you're this guy's coming out, this guy's going in, he's hurt, and if you're going through that all year, it ain't never gonna happen.
Nah. Swiss cheese offensive line doesn't win you anything.
You know, you don't want your tackles to look like turnstiles.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You know, and the defensive line is just coming around and coming around and coming around.
Exactly. Again, we'll wait till you don't win in January. You don't win in June. You don't win in July. You start winning in September.
Hell, we know that.
Yeah, yeah. So you brought up the depth chart. So here we go. Let's get right into this. Let's get right into it. So right off the bat, we'll just say agree, disagree. This one's an easy one. Starting quarterback, Zach Wilson. Agree. Now, this backup, James Morgan, Mike White, and that's why the Foley discussion sits big. But I'm not trading for him. I'll wait for cuts to be made.
Let them cut him. Cut him.
Cuts will be made.
I mean, then you got competition with it, but you know, you could be competing with some other teams for him. Don't throw the bank at him, but
no,
you know, don't be cheap either.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about having a veteran presence with experience, especially playoff and Super Bowl experience.
Yeah. I think if the Bears cut him, Joe D will make a comparable offer, but he's not breaking the bank. Another team might, and God bless them for that. I'm
Yeah,
not
right,
breaking the
right,
bank. I'm
right.
not breaking the bank. So, yay or nay in the starting running back, Tavon Coleman, you think he won the job? It's his job?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Training camp's going to tell, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see.
Now,
But yeah,
now,
I'm with you on that.
all right. So, are you okay with the backups? You think all 5 make the team? Michael Carter, Ty Johnson, Michael Pirine, Josh Adams, and Austin Walter?
Yeah, I actually love our running back
Okay.
crew. So I think we got some really good
Okay.
good backs in there.
So right now
So
you agree with this depth chart, Tavon Coleman, starter.
yeah, absolutely,
All right.
absolutely.
Okay.
I mean,
Maybe,
you're gonna switch them in and out anyway.
yeah,
so.
no, true. Maybe because I'm a fan of the kid and somebody will say, well, what really has he shown? But I think behind this offense, I like LaMichael Pirine. And the fact that a couple of weeks ago I read an article that he was on the trade block, I was like, what?
I like Johnson too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, again, like you said, training camp and we'll predict all that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like we got a Travis Henry or anything.
No.
I mean, so maybe running back by committee. We'll see.
Yeah, we could get a nice 3-headed monster.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Now, before I get to the wide receivers, because it came up, were you a little worried that Denzel Mims was practicing with the second group and not the first in the last couple of days of OTAs?
Yeah, but I mean, wide receiver room is also getting crowded too. So, or should I say crowded?
Yeah, getting crowded.
Getting crowded.
But somebody brought up the point that letting Denzel work with the second team would give him a chance to just be perfection at running his routes, mastering his routes. Do you buy into that? Does that make sense to you?
Well, I think route running's coaching.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's up to the wide receivers coach to pound that into their head.
Okay.
Not who you're practicing with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather see him with the ones personally. So.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, are we going to employ some 5 wide receiver sets in this West Coast offense? I would hope so.
When I read these names, you're going to have to see. We're going to have to. So for the wide receiver, okay, we have Corey Davis and Denzel Mims as the starters.
Okay.
Okay. And then we have for the backups, we got Keelan Cole, Vincent Smith, Jeff Smith, Lawrence Cager, Matt Cole, Josh Malone, DJ Montgomery, Manasseh Bailey.
Oh, I don't know. I'm stuck on Elijah Moore.
Yeah, I'm going to get to him. I think I like Corey Davis and Denzel Mims. I think you
absolutely
Keelan Cole as the third. The others are going to be practice squad guys or just totally cut,
Mm-hmm.
And in the slot, they got right off the bat your man Elijah Moore starting.
Okay. Hey, let him and Crowder mix it up.
Yeah, they have Crowder as the backup. They have also again Keelan Cole on here as the backup and Braxton Berrios.
Okay. Hey, I heard Barrios is like looking really good.
Yeah,
and I heard he's developing a chemistry connection with Zach.
Well, I was just gonna say to you, I think he makes the team as a 6th only because there's chemistry there. I'm not going for all that 24/7 as they've been calling it open all the time. And I'm not going.
No. First of all, I've been watching this guy the past couple of years. He's not open all the time.
Yeah. Well, in practice,
that's the first thing.
Yeah, but this time in practice, he was. So they're all this. They gave him all these new nicknames. 20.
All right. Well, what does that say? What does that say about our defensive backs?
Exactly. Exactly.
That Barrios is open all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Really. So the tight end they got a lot like this name. I think is just because he's been here. I don't know if he's going to win the starting job. Maybe he will, because my undrafted free agent, my dark horse, supposedly does not look good in practice. Kenny Yeboah. He's not been looking good in practice. But anyway, the Jets for started tight end. They got
Herndon.
Chris Herndon. Yeah.
Yeah, Herndon. That's what I figured.
And,
Hey,
and
man,
they got-
if you don't play with hands of stone, if you can go back to what you were in your rookie season and everything, well, hell yeah.
Yeah. So the backups would be Tyler Croft, Ray Griffin, Trevon Wesco, Daniel Brown, Kenny Yeboah. They're not going to keep all these guys. There is talk that when the Jets come back to training camp in July, they're going to try to turn Trevon Wesco into a fullback type of.
I saw that.
You know?
I saw that he's going to return to fullback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Hey, you can't. Fullbacks are huge, man.
Yeah. You need someone who could give a good jab, give your quarterback the exit, but someone who has sure hands that if he's in a pinch could throw that ball 2 yards and you could do a Mark Bavaro and pick up 10 or 12, you know?
There you go. There you go. Yep. Exactly.
So now we're getting to the wall. Now, this was before Moses made the team. I'm only going by what's read here. Feel free to make your changes and say no Moses instead, however. So starting, they're going to have Mekhi Becton and George Fant. Okay. Right. With the backups being Adago, McDermott, Cameron Clark, Grant Hermans, and Tidon Salties.
Okay.
You know, Cameron Clark could be that dark horse.
I was just going to say that.
You know?
I was just going to say that.
The problem I'm having with Cameron Clark is, and like we always say, it's the dead period. You know, you read one beat writer and he's ahead of schedule. You read another beat writer and he doesn't look like he's even ready to.
It's all everybody's individual opinion, you know?
Exactly. So now we'll go to the offensive guard, and we have Elijah Tucker. That's
absolutely the slam dunk.
Alex Lewis backing him up.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
We said earlier about the depth chart. Read these names now as backup: Van Roden, Feeney, Cameron Clark, Corey Levian, Tristan Hoge, and Parker Ferguson.
Finally starting to get some offensive line depth. Absolutely.
But you take those first four names: Roden, Feeney, Clark, Levin. You know, not household names, but guys maybe you have to plug in for a quarter, 2 quarters a game, and maybe Zach Wilson gets to keep his lunch and not spit it up because he's taking hits every 2 seconds.
Oh man, as long as he doesn't go like this with the ball.
Yeah. You know, everyone seems to say this kid has the right makeup. I want this to work. I don't want people to think I want this to work. I still have in the back of my head, the college was weak competition, but like I hear a lot of people say, and it's true, if you're the quarterback we think you are, you're going to elevate your game and elevate everyone around you. So,
see, that was always the knock on Sam.
Yes.
That okay, he didn't have the help and everything, but an elite quarterback, a franchise quarterback, there's got to be a couple of games where he takes the team on his back and goes down, makes that drive, no matter who you're playing with.
No, you're right.
So
you're right. I'm not gonna sit here and have the total again to say a rose call about Sam. There was a lot that I did not like, but I think it's also in his defense. It's hard to build a building with Lincoln Lego blocks.
Yeah, but I mean, I can remember watching games where I would say to the TV, and Sam, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. No, I know.
But I mean, again, maybe he was trying to do too much because he didn't have enough around him. So, I don't know.
Just again, yes, I'm a Sam guy. No surprise.
Well, so am I. Yeah.
No, I know. But like, when I just want to get back to this list for a second. And here we named wide receivers, okay? Now, Zach is going to throw to Corey Davis and hopefully a healthy for 16 games, Denzel Mims.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we said Sam didn't really raise the level as much as he should have, but Kev, where Lawrence Cager and Vincent Smith, and I even believe Jeff Smith are backups, these guys all started for Sam at one point.
Yeah, so what does that tell you?
So how much could Sam build a building with Lincoln Lego logs? That's all I'm trying to say. And please respond in the comments if you disagree. I like the banter as long as we're keeping it cool, not getting mean. Yeah, like don't call me a dickhead because I said something like be a true fan. Like this, when you're seeing who the backups were, all these guys once started for us. I mean, you're looking at the slot receiver, and not a knock on Braxton Barrios. He's third on this list. He was number one for us. He was our A guy at one point for Sam. What was Sam supposed to do? That's
You're
all.
right.
I don't want to get into a rant. I'm trying to flip.
You already did. You already did.
Yeah, no, I know. Anyway.
All right, let's go. Keep going.
We got the center. That's a shoo-in. Conor McGregor. I can't see anyone, But then you got Feeney as a backup, Corey Levin as a backup, and Jim Murray as a backup. Now, I notice I know you don't have it all in front of you, so it's hard, but are you noticing the versatility? Something that the Patriots were famous for? You have Feeney, he could play two different positions.
Yeah. They could shift them all around the line.
Exactly.
Yep.
Finally, JD, yeah, and I'm going to kiss his butt because I'm not the biggest J guy. I'm becoming a good JD guy, a good super soldier. He's bringing in guys with versatility, guys that, could play 2 or 3 positions. And I love it because that's what the winning teams do. That's what the winning teams have.
The leading thing on the Moses story was a year ago, Joe Douglas said teams can never have too many good offensive linemen and that he'd do everything he could to sign as many as possible.
And Kevin, I'm glad you brought up because to put a big asterisk on this depth chart, which was 2 weeks, I have this now. Morgan wasn't on the team. Now look at this chart. Now you're going to plug him in as a starter, and you got even healthier for backups. You got even stronger on the D. You got so strong that you got so strong where teams might want to make a trade for one of our backups and give us some more draft capital for 2022 and 2023.
I mean, imagine if a line like this stays healthy and gels.
Yeah. You know what, Kev?
Well, and that's when I get to my Zach Foles point of, okay, your offensive line is gelling. Your wide receivers are getting open. Your running backs are hitting the hole. Okay, I hope not, but I don't want the weak link to be Zach.
Yeah, and I don't think in this LaFleur system that's going to happen.
Okay, yeah, you got it. I agree.
That's what I'm hoping for. But anyway, your favorite punt? Yes, true. Fingers crossed. Punters and kickers. The undrafted kick.
The leading scorers on the Jets. The kickers.
Hopefully that. Yeah. So punters and kickers. For kickers, we got Chris Nagar as the starter, and then Sam Ficken. So that will be our punters and kickers. Our kickers. Kickers. Our punter was Brandon Main. No one's gonna touch that kid to kick a punt. I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He booms the hell out of that stuff.
How sad was it as a Jet team, at least for me, where I was looking forward to our punter punting because I know he was going to rocket one and he wasn't going to shank one for 25 yards or 10 yards or...
Not that I'm excited to see our punter, but...
No, I know. But when was the last time he... Again, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if he had any shanks last year. I can't recall.
If he did... It was only like a couple, like 1 or 2.
Yeah,
I
can't even.
I don't remember shanks.
Yeah, like I don't remember him. Having to boot for 50 yards, but it was 20 yards off the foot. Like I never heard.
I remember Ficken shanking him, but I don't remember.
How many shanks? Here's a blast from the pad. Pat Aguiar. How many?
Jesus Christ.
He was like the shank king. I don't know how many games in the late fourth quarter we were up by 3 or up by 7. We needed him to boot one, and he shanked it. 22-yard punt for Pat Aguilar. Oh, please.
Terrific. Terrific.
Starting punt returner Corey Ballantyne. But the backups are a healthy backups. They have Ty Johnson and Vincent Smith and Austin Walter and Braxton Berrios and P. Ryan, you know, and
Good.
Matt Cole. They have a lot here. Which, speaking of that, it fell by the wayside unless we're going to see something down the line. What happened to the Tavon Austin tryout? That almost like a Bermuda Triangle.
Never heard anything. Never heard anything about it again.
Yeah, he came in, took a car home, and got lost in the Bermuda Triangle somewhere.
The Jet Triangle.
Yeah, but maybe that's a good thing because here was a player that he might not have walked out the door with the old regime, and the new regime is like, well, yeah, you're good, but we'll see how we could use you. We'll come back to you in 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, you know? No rush.
Yeah. Punt returner, Keelan Cole, with the backups being Crowder, Cole, and Berrios.
Okay.
What I want this year, Kevin, and I don't, and listen, it's the way of the game. It's just me being a knucklehead. I don't want to see this on the kickoff.
Yeah, well, hopefully Mr. Leon Johnson will say, listen.
Yeah.
We'll say.
Long snapper, Thomas Hennessy, no other backup, just him. That's the way it's been. You ready now for the defense? Do we have time to do the defense, or should we save defense for next week?
What do we got? Well, yeah, what the hell? Let's go with the line. Give me the defensive line.
Okay, here we got starters. Carl Lawson and John Franklin Myers.
Hell yeah.
Now, Kev.
Lawson. I can't wait to see Lawson. I can't wait to see it.
Forget that. Not. How about the backups? When have you heard these names of backups that could probably now start for other teams? Usually we're looking at other teams and their backups could start for us. And now Vinny Curry is our backup.
Can you imagine?
I know.
Can you imagine?
Ronald Blair is our backup. Bryce Huff is our backup. If the kid could ever find his footing from the draft class of a couple of years ago, Jabri Zuniga is a backup. Kyle Phillips and Hamsala Rashid Jr. Now, the last 2 names I don't know a lot about, but these first 4 names, and if Will could find what we're hoping he could become, woo!
And imagine that's your backups.
Yeah. Oh my! Oh my!
When normally that would be our starters.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my! Right? Oof. Wow. And then you're talking about Quinnen Williams and Sheldon Rankins.
Nice.
Wait, now I'm going to give you backups and 2 players who I thought played well for us last year and had to start some games. Forgive me with the pronunciation. Falonunso Fatukasa, however you pronounce it.
That's pretty close.
Jeff fans know who he is. Nathan Shepard. You know, and then you got Jonathan Marshall, Tenzel Smart, and Michael Dumfour. I mean, again, the last couple of names I'm not familiar with, but the fact that Fadukasu and Shepard started for us and played pretty well,
and now they're
backups. So if they have to come in for a second or a third down, you don't feel like, oh my God, the running game, they're going to run 10 yards right up the middle. This is an easy hole. You feel good for a change.
The ones I'm excited most for are Lawson and Curry.
My God, yes, but you feel good for a change, Kev. Like I said to you, I don't know.
Like we might actually get some QB pressure. No.
Yeah, exactly. But not only that, like we've said, I don't know how many podcasts ago, I said, I want this team to have the best 55 players and the best 11 practice squad players. I don't know how many years under this Gase regime, for years now, you brought in a second tune player and he was like, what? Who is that? What is that?
And I'm sick of watching these defensive lines of ours and the quarterback just stands back there like this,
Yeah.
looking around, and there's our defensive linemen, like with the offensive linemen, like they're playing hand slaps or
Yeah.
something. And it's like, will you put some pressure on and get his
Exactly.
ass? Holy
Exactly.
shit.
You said it a few episodes ago. It's time to make these other quarterbacks see ghosts. It's time to make these other quarterbacks fear for their lives. It's time to make these other quarterbacks realize they have an extra second, but because it's been so much pressure, they throw it a second too soon because we're so in their face.
I want opposing teams' quarterbacks to get up to the line and look around and say, "Oh shit, where are they coming from?"
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly. Like I said, even if the quarterback knows has in reality has the extra second, but is so panicked, rushes the ball because he doesn't think he has it when he does. Just to be that dominant force that's constantly in your face.
Well, it's like Mosley said this week. We're going to let our play do the talking.
Good.
That's what he said.
Good. Good. So you ready for the outside linebackers?
Yeah, bring it.
Jared Davis, who everyone seems to say in this fit, he's going to be the player that everyone said he was when he was with Detroit but since that other coach ruined him. What was his name? I can't even think of the coach's name. But anyway, they said this kid's really going to rise to the occasion. They said he was out of sync in what was his name? The Detroit Lion coach was with New England.
Oh, yeah.
Patricia.
Matt Patricia, yeah.
They said Pat Patricia used them wrong with this defense and how they're going to use him. He might have been the steal of the free agent class.
We'll see.
And Kevin, the backup, who played well but doesn't play enough because he's always injured, and that's what I'm afraid, is Blake Cashman. If he could stay healthy, to have him as a backup is nice, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Hell yeah.
You know? But that's who they have listed for the starters. I'm sorry, the backups would be Hamza, Sherwood, Phillips, and Brandon White. And we know Hamza and Sherwood are coming on.
I'm ready to start playing.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm finally seeing a depth chart. And again, it was just OTAs, but what we're hearing and what I'm finally seeing a depth chart where if Blake Cashman goes down and Hamza has to fill in or Jamin Sherwood have to fill in, I don't feel like, we're going to be sitting there going, oh God, we're going to get crushed. I finally feel, and again, this might be just wearing the rose-colored glasses, which I hate to do, but I'm buying in. I'm loving this. I'm seeing these names, and I'm like, whoa. I know. You're right. I have to calm down. It's the end of June.
Take a breath.
I know, but we're 3 weeks away from practice, real life practice.
Can you believe it?
Wow.
Can you
August
believe it?
5th. And I don't want to get rid of my summers because I'm a summer guy, but August 5th, I believe, is going to be the first preseason game, the Hall of Fame game.
I'm looking so forward to this season and doing this stuff with you guys and being on here and hearing your opinions and having you chime in, getting you on as guests. This is going to be a good time.
I can't wait. I can't wait to talk Jet football.
Hell yeah.
Middle linebacker, your man. I'm not even going to say the name. All I have to say is Kev's man. He's the starter. The back.
I love that guy.
Yeah. Now maybe you could tell me about the backups. You know anything about Noah Dawkins? I don't.
Nope, not a thing.
Jared Davis, I know, and
yes,
Camilo I don't know either. But as long as Moses stays healthy, these three never have to see the field as a backup.
Exactly.
Okay.
I have to say, I've never seen a linebacker be more all over the field than he was in that Buffalo game.
Oh,
I've never seen linebacker. I won't say never, but I can't remember the last time I saw a linebacker play like that. No, it was incredible. It was incredible. It was incredible.
Yeah. And nothing against Bart Scott. Bart Scott was great, but him and CJ are just two different type of,
Yep.
But
Yep.
so here's one for you. Now in the cornerbacks, they have the starters, Bryce Hall, who's been playing really well, becoming a team leader.
Yep.
And this
Let me
might
guess.
be
Austin.
yes, but I heard that his stock is fell. And don't be surprised, Jeff fans, if he's not even on the team come September.
Wow.
And I think
Well,
it's
hey,
because
man. Hey, man, if you keep turning over those rocks,
yeah. Well,
you
I
know,
think it's because of the play of Isaiah Dunn, who's probably the biggest jump on any depth chart. You know, the
that's my
biggest jump on
that's
any
my
depth.
guy. That's my
Yeah.
guy.
Lamar Jackson, the free agent, who they feel they're going to put him in the right positions, who will be a big help as a backup, and Jason Pinnock. You know,
Mhm. Mhm.
and that's only we still have Justin Hardy, Zane Lewis, and Corey Ballentine. So bless Austin, your days as a Jet might be numbered, young man. You know?
That's right. Hey, man, put
We'll
the best,
see.
put the best you got out there,
Yep.
regardless of who it is.
Yep. And then we got the nickel cornerback. We got Javelin Guidry, who played well. I think he was with us last year, played well.
Yep.
The backups would be Michael Carter, too, Elijah Campbell, and Brandon Eccles.
Okay.
Each one of these, each one in another 6-7 weeks, this whole depth chart in the nickel could change, and either one of these names could be starting in that position. You never know. You know?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, training camp is going to tell a lot.
Oh yeah.
You know, all this depth chart, this whole thing may change.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh
depending
yeah.
on who steps up.
Yeah. So it would be interesting. Now I'm gonna save. I'm not done here yet. I'm gonna save this because I would love to see what the depth chart is gonna be 2 weeks into training camp and how much of a change there was. In the safeties, we got LaMarcus Joyner, free safety, Marcus May, strong safety. Backups, Ashton Davis, if that kid could ever find his footing.
Yep.
Bennett Jackson, JT Hassel, and Jordan Peters. Last two names I'm not that familiar with, so I can't say much. But LaMarcus Joyner and Marcus May, nice. And if Ashton Davis and Bennett Jackson, that's a good little depth chart right there.
Hell yeah. And
you
if you can get May as your QB of the secondary, Mosley as your QB of the front seven.
Yep.
We might have a good thing going here.
Yeah, we might have to crown JD a GM of the year, but I know. Oh no, Jed, I just kiboshed it. Oh.
No, that's it. You screwed it, man.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right.
Can we go over that in the recording?
Edit.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh, brother, another great one. You have anything else?
No, that's it, man. We pretty much covered it all.
Okay.
We pretty much covered it all. I just can't wait to get going here.
So I'll save it for next.
Wait to get going.
I'll save this topic for next week because it could be fun and we could talk about it for a while. And I might even work up a rant because I've been rant free for a while.
And also next week I will have another topic. You know what I want to talk about?
Okay.
2 sets of rules put down by the NFL for vaccinated players and unvaccinated.
Okay. Oh, that could get heated. I wish we could get somebody on here as well from even another Jet fan. Everyone has a hot take on that, and Kev, that could be interesting. We got to put out some feelers.
I saw Cole Beasley taking a lot of heat this week.
Yeah, because he said he would retire. Let's save that. Because that's a topic, Kev, that my opinion changes by the minute.
And I mean, I'm reading stuff like unvaccinated players will not have access to hot and cold tubs, a lot of the training facilities. How's that going to work?
That, Kevin, is a hot button topic. That's something with me. My opinion changes by the minute. My opinion on that. So
how's something like that going to work? So we're going to save that for next week.
Yeah. I also have one thing. I wanted to touch on it last week, but we had so much fun. We had a good time. 5 fan bases, right? 5 fan bases that are already need to prep for next year's draft. Wait till I tell you the name.
I hope we're not one of them.
I'm not going to say. That's my cliffhanger. Wait till I tell you the name as I viciously close my book.
Another rat.
Yeah. Wait till I tell you the 5 teams.
I'll be waiting with bated breath here till next week. So,
but
all right.
I'm glad you brought up that topic. That should be an interesting one. Very
yes,
good.
It's important too because you know that could separate a locker room.
Yeah, that's a hot take. And like I said, for me, my hot take is I go back and forth. Like I see the pros, the cons, and I jump ship every which way. So I would love it. It's going to be great to hear your opinion, but yeah, let's try to get a third face on here because it'd be nice to.
I got an opinion on it, believe me.
All right, good.
Okay.
All right, brother.
All right, you have a good weekend.
You too.
You guys all have a great weekend. Okay, enjoy. We'll see you next week. And jet up.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you. Hell yeah. We'll talk to you later. See you later, brother.
All right.